Welcome back to Project 38. Ranger Sprocket here, and today we're going to paint inlay into a firearm slide. Stick around and we'll show you how. Okay, as we get set up for these things, some of the supplies that we'll need some paint thinner. This is tester model card paint thinner, but paint thinner is paint thinner. We'll need some type of paint, whatever color you want to do. A lacquer or enamel is best. You want a nice flat packaged razor blade and a cotton cloth. You do not want to use paper towels for this. It digs down in and pulls your paint out, so you don't want to do that. And then finally what you'll need is a firearm, and we have one of these. Today we're working on a Springfield XD9. Sweet little shooter. This belongs to Hoss, and we're just going to inlay down into these things right here. Some people just think it's weird, but we kind of think it's cool. But the paint is the best way to go. Some people want to use a crayon. Don't use crayon. That's cheap and it don't look good. But if you use paint, it works. It looks good. I have a XD9 and it's been painted for 10 years, 15, something like that. And it still looks as great as it did. Good, better the paint, the better the finish you get. So let's take this thing apart. We're clear and ready to go. Take down lever. Let the slide go forward. This particular weapon, you have to pull the trigger, let off of it, slide comes apart. We set that to the side. We're going to take the spring and the barrel out of it, remove those out of the way, set them to the side, and now we'll work down here to what we want. You can see that this one here actually has a bit of oil on it, so paint thinner will bring that oil off, and we'll use it again a little bit later. So let's get going on this. These newer firearm that has the melanine finish on it, melanine, whatever in the world it's called. It is nice because you can paint thinner those to clean the oil off of them, and it does not damage the finish. So we want to do that. Wipe it down really good. There's what I'm getting off of it. This was clean. I just want to make sure everything is clean. I think he's wanting his ordnance bomb done also. I'll clean that up. Okay, we want to take paint thinner. You want to clean the components you're wanting to inlay. Make sure you get that in there. Both sides. Okay, I believe that has evaporated out very well. We'll give that there. Just get your paint, make sure it's picked up. We're using this today. We have a brush. It also has a fine point tip on it, but this looks like chaos when you first start putting that on there, but don't worry. Just want to dab it down in there. A little more paint. I like to do one side at a time. I'm trying to dab that down into that lettering. And he's wanting to do the XD on this side. Okay, let's let that dry. It'll take a few minutes. Just read the label on the can. It'll let you know how long to wait and what to do. Okay, we've left that cure up just a little bit. You're gonna take your cloth, take your razor blade, lay down in here like that, and then pull that around. That gives you a nice straight edge. If you try just to wad it up, the fibers get down into the inlay and pull the paint out of it. So this just saves a step. Put a little bit more paint thinner on it. Doesn't take much. And you just want to lay it down here and just start brushing across it. Very easy. You should be able to see the inlay start to show. I know this looks bad. You just got to give it time. Let the process work. I found that the enamel works very well. You don't want to put this on and just walk away and forget about it. You want to dedicate some time to do this. The paint, when it cures, It takes a while for it to cure. It takes days for it to get completely cured. But you want to dedicate some time, because if you let it set a couple days, it becomes very, very difficult to get off. That's curing up pretty quickly. I'm going to go ahead and lay some up here on top on the ordnance bomb. Springfield is my weapon of choice. I've had them all. I've carried them all. I've shot all, just different kinds, different brands, and different stuff. And the Springfield, to me, it's just a sweet shooter. It shoots good. They shoot straight. They're great out of the box. Wonderful triggers. Nice, crisp. I just love them. I just absolutely love a Springfield. And Andrew bought this one. He just moved from a different weapon over to this one. And he said as soon as he pulled the trigger the first time, he said he could tell the difference. So he really likes them too. So just, they cost a little more, but they're worth it. Too much. I knowed better. I knowed better than to use a cloth without a straight edge. I told you, didn't I? Did I listen? No, sir. This is cloth with straight edge. Okay. Let that cure a little more. Just trust me, this will all come off. I found that even on my Springfields, that this ordnance bomb, the crest on top of it, is not stamped as deep or pressed or laser deeped in as the other. I don't know if that's just a thing. But, we'll let it cure up. It's working down in there nice. Okay, let's let it dry. After you've let that cure for a couple hours, just a little bit of lacquer thinner and a light touch. Very light. No blade inside of it. It's just a light touch, like a whisper. Going across it like a whisper. Just a whisper. Okay, let that dry for a little bit and come back. Light feathery touch. Okay, every painting material is a little bit different. You just have to play around with it to see what it takes. On average, it took this one about 30 minutes for it to cure, hard enough to cure down inside of it without lifting the paint off of it. So we'll put it back together and show you what the finished product looks like. Looks real nice. There we go, XD9 Springfield inlaid